Oh, bloody hell, boys. This card, it's wild.
Damn, son.
But guess what? It is time for the Gameweek 30 Wildcard Draft. I, like most of you fine gentlemen and gentle ladies out there, haven't quite spaffed out the wildcard just yet, but this could be the week we do it. Yes. Where today I'll not only be chinwagging with the best ever players to get on your wildcard draft right now, but also a little bit of a chitty chatter about if you should wait till Gameweek 31 or just do it this week, as it all depends on the geezers you may have. So before we get into the team, let's first talk about the sponsor for today, OneFootball. OneFootball is the all-in-one football app that every football fan will enjoy, where it has a ton of amazing great features which I use all the time. These include keeping me up to date with all the latest football news from around the world, very, very handy in the international break, yeah? But also I use it to keep track of the Premier League and help me with FPL, where you can scout players and see how they've been doing, check out their stats filtered by different competition, but also check out the best performing teams right now and the worst ones you really want to target. It has everything you need to be a better FPL manager, but also give you all of that football knowledge. So if you like what you see, you can click on the link at the top of the video description to download for free today. That's OneFootball, free to get right now. But right now it's time to whap out the wildcard draft, yo. And then after, I'll have a bit of a TED talk about wildcard in Gameweek 30 versus wildcard in Gameweek 31. Where here I'll reveal all of the players one by one and give my best ever bacon boy stats on why they're a good choice, and then talk about the team as a whole and moving forward just after that. So let's get straight into it with the first goal geezer today being the Emmy Brickwall Martinez. He's the top point scoring keeper out of anyone. So good at keeping clean sheets this season, he should actually work in a laundrette. Like genuinely 14 clean sheets so far. I might as well grab my bed and send it to him. But he has also got the most bonus points out of any keeper as well, which you know is a big bonus. And he's also up towards the top for the most saves. Saving so much, I think he could have actually saved the Titanic. But he's here because, you know, he's got good fixtures in there, playing the likes of Fulham and West Brom. But he also plays every game week. He doesn't have a blank game week, unlike some other keepers. But he also has a double fixture in there as well. But then some people might argue and say, you know, some of his fixtures are actually a bit wibbly-wobbly. Will he be able to get all of the points? And to that I say, he's a keeper that's got 6 double-digit hauls this season. If he manages to keep a clean sheet against one of the big boys, and can possibly get you a lot more points in just one game than another keeper that'll keep 2 clean sheets in 2 games, you know? So for that, he's in the team for me. But the sub-goalkeeper next to him, who hopefully you won't have to use unless Martinez isn't dominating. Wait, hang on, is it the Dom versus the sub? What is this, 50 Shades of FPL or what? And to be fair, Ruddy does kind of look like Johnny Sins, so there we are then. But he's here because he's one of the cheapest playing goalkeepers right now after Patricio's injury. Hope all is well, lad. But Wolves also play the likes of Fulham, Sheffield United, Burnley and West Brom all in a row. All of that lovely juicy stuff to jump on there, and you can just use him when you need him. Lovely. But the first defender to join us is the Lord Cesar Azpilicueta. And he's been Azpilicueta keeping a lot of clean sheets recently. Like generally, I don't think he's had any spicy curries lately because every game it looks like a clean sheet for him. As Chelsea have now only conceded 2 goals in their last 10 league games, and one of them was an own goal. Oh, fair play. So it's just a sign of very sexy things to come for them, I reckon. But Azpilicueta seems to be also the most nailed Chelsea player in the team right now. And he has also got himself a goal and 9 bonus points in the last 10 games as well. So even if he doesn't get the goals or assists, he can still get those bonus and still get you all of the points. Especially when he plays the likes of West Brom this week and Palace and Fulham upcoming too. He's got to be in there for me, boy. But the next and I guess final nailed on defender for their team, I would say, and more for this team, it is Ruben, Santos, Gator, Alves, Diaz, his full name, or, just for short, the absolute Donny defensive geezer that keeps all of the clean sheets. What a guy. He is also the most nailed-on defender for his team in the Man City, who, you know, have kept the most clean sheets out of any team this season so far. And even though they've shown some wibbly-wobbly signs recently, you know, conceding a few goals here and there, they still have quite nice fixtures for the rest of the season. And a defender as good as him, the clean sheets will surely come back soon, and he has to be in this team as well. But next is a trio I feel like a lot of people will be disagreeing on, right? I can already see the fisticuffs and the fights in the comments and be like, nah, why are you getting them in? So I won't chat about them too long, as you know, if you don't like them, just chuck them in a bin and get someone else. So first out of those is Stuart Dalas, who is a defender sometimes playing in midfield, Lord Lundstrom who also plays Sheffield United in Gameweek 30, and then also has a nice run of fixtures at the end of the season as well. Connor Cody is here because, you know, he's an absolute funny geese, isn't he? But also, you know, he kind of has a very nice fixtures right now. now. Playing Fulham, Sheffield United, Burnley and West Brom all in a row. Whoa! And then Matty Target is here because just like Martinez, he plays Fulham this week but will also have that double game incoming soon. So a big boy potential of points there. So the plan with these three is to become a mathematician and just keep rotating them, you know, and then only play one every week, maybe two at a stretch, so you can ensure you have the best ever fixtures for the rest of the season. But this, you know, never really works. You usually have your jaw spun, but on a wildcard, we probably have all the money. You might as well go for it and try and get all of the points with all of the best fixtures. Get them in. But next, we move on to the midfield, where this one could really be all up in the air. All could be completely changed, but this is what I have gone for. Starting with the most expensive guy in the team, and actually the only premium midfielder here too as well. Ooh, and that is Bruno! He has actually been a brew hell no if you haven't owned him for most of the season, you know, as he is the highest point scoring fella out of anyone. And he just always seems to find a way to score points, doesn't he? He's not in the game. Oh, never mind, he's got a goal and assist and 17 points. There we are then. Where some people might say he doesn't quite have the fixtures of like a De Bruyne or a Salah, right? But I would argue he still does have some very good captainable fixtures in there, playing the likes of Burnley, Leeds and Fulham. But also, I would also say he's a lot more nailed than a De Bruyne and even more nailed than a Salah now, as the chances of Salah or De Bruyne being rested seems to be quite a bit higher now, especially with them still in the Champions League. And those two players also have alternatives at quite a bit lower price, but also could get potentially the same returns. So, you know, why not go for that and keep the highest point scoring player in Bruno in your team? But now we move on to one of those alternatives, being Diogo Jota. Now, Jota has somehow managed to get 6 goals in only 7 league starts this season for Liverpool. Like, imagine if he started every game. That would be 38 goals this season. Whoa! But he has also somehow managed to score the same amount of goals as Firmino, even though Jota was out for like 3 months. Oh, okay then. But Salah has actually been on a quite poor run of form right now as well, isn't he? Not scoring or assisting in 5 league games now. And he also went 6 games without anything just before that as well. A bit wibbly-wobbly that, I would say. And Liverpool do really feel like a cheating ex right now. Just can't trust them at all, can you? No, get away from me. But with fixtures like Leeds, Newcastle, West Brom, Burnley, Palace and all the rest coming up, quite a lot of nice ones, you know. You might not want to miss out on that. So why not get in this goal-scoring midfielder who, you know, has sometimes been playing as the striker in this team, whilst only costing you 6.7 million. Bargain, get him in. But the next midfielder to join us is another slightly budget alternative, you'd say, but actually is now the 4th highest scoring midfielder, even without playing quite a lot of games. And that is the Gunda Goat Gundogan. Absolute Gunda Geese he is, where he's just got the, you know, 12 goals and 3 assists from centre midfield, and not too impressive, right? Yeah. And you know what? It doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. He seems to always be involved and gets onto those goals. But now with Man City maybe more concentrated on the Champions League more, you know, as they've got a bit of a lead in the league now as well, will that mean they will actually be resting their best players in the league? Where, you know, the likes of De Bruyne or Gundogan could miss out every now and again. And you know what? I do think that will happen. So if that is the case, what would you rather? Your 6 million midfielder being benched and not playing, or your 12 million midfielder being benched and not playing? Yeah, exactly. Gundogan it is. Well, you know, I feel like the returns are going to be pretty similar. De Bruyne probably scores slightly more, but is he going to score double more? Because, you know, he is double the price. Not too sure. So for me, I would go Gundogan, but then again, if you don't like any of the premiums, you could also double up with a De Bruyne or just get him in anyway. But the next player on the wildcard draft here is actually one that would only be here for me if you're wildcarding this week. If you're wildcarding next week, it might be a no for me. And that would be the man, Mason Mount. Now, Mount is a player that has played very well this season, but doesn't seem to get on those goals and assists, you know, and doesn't really translate into FPL points. He's just a bit of a nipple tease, really. But he has actually played a lot under Tuchel and actually seems to be getting in a lot more attacking positions than he was under Lampard. And actually, I would probably say he's one of the more safer attacking players for the almighty Chelsea. So if you do want to get on one of their players for these easy fixtures where you might think they might score some goals in here, I think Mount should be your guy. Especially with the fixtures where they play a West Brom and a Palace in the next 2, and if he doesn't do anything, you can just replace him with someone else anyway. Lovely stuff. But the next and final midfielder to join us today is one that is just too good for his club, but he's also too good for his price. He's so good. And that is the sexy Brazilian Rafinha. Where he always seems to be active in games, always getting on the end of those golazos, it seems like. And he's just always an excitement to watch, man. But as mentioned earlier, he does play the Sheffield United this week. And then he has some wibbly-wobbly fixtures before finishing the season with some nicer fixtures in there as well. So I definitely think it's worth chucking him and keeping him for the season and just benching him when you need to as well. Because, you know, he is a cheap boy and it's okay leaving him on your bench. Probably not, but we'll see. But now we move on to the attackers. And this is where all the juice happens, right? With the first keys here being the one and only Sir Harold Kane, where he's just got the 17 goals and 13 assists this season. Wait, are you mad? Oh, fair play to you. Which is actually the joint most goals and the most assists. Oh, not bad from a striker, right? Okay. But also Spurs are now out of the Europa League, which, you know, is very unlucky for them, but also very lucky for us and Kane, hey! As he now has more time in between games, no chance of him getting rested, right? And he's more likely to be fresh and get all of those goals in. Where he also has fixtures like Newcastle, Sheffield United, and even a double upcoming for him as well. Perfect for all the captain opportunities and perfect to just keep getting all of those points. But forwarding on to our penultimate player, our second to last striker, it's got to be the Ballon d'Or contending player for me, and that is the Patrick the Star Bamford. Alright. I know I meme all the time about Bamford because, you know, it's like Bamford behave, nah. But this season, he's actually done pretty damn well, right? And, you know, racked up a pretty impressive record, scoring 14 goals and getting 9 assists. That was, like, more than he did in the Championship last season, and the season's not even over yet. Fair play to you, lad. Fair play. But with Leeds' fixtures, especially this week, you gotta get him in. He could even be a captain for you this week. You know, mark my words, right? He's gonna score all the goals. But then the final player of this draft today, and it's another one that a lot of people are gonna disagree with completely, right? All the angry comments incoming, they've got the pitchforks ready, and just hang on, right? Hang on. Because that player is Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski, who has been, you know, slightly disappointed lately, but has still got the 14 goals and 6 assists to his name, with still some good fixtures upcoming for him as well, playing Palace and Sheffield United soon, but then also he does have a double game week incoming as well. So yeah, he has been annoying, but in terms of the fixtures and in terms of goals, he's actually up there in the list, you know? But I won't hate you if you disagree with me and want to get someone else in. But that is it for the Gameweek 30 Wildcard Draft. The team that I myself, big and boy, would go for if I was wildcarding this week. And also in Gameweek 30, the team and the fixtures could look like this. But right now, I myself am undecided if I'm going to wildcard this week or wait until Gameweek 31. So now let's have a bit of a chitty chatter of what you should do and why you might want to wildcard this week or leave it till next week. So if you are wanting to wildcard in Gameweek 30, you get the advantage of possibly triple leads, which a lot of people might already have, you know, because you might want to target that Sheffield United fixture, you know. But then also you could get in a double or maybe triple Chelsea to take advantage of that West Brom fixture there, which a lot of people really won't have. And you could also get in players you know people are going to try and get in next week, so all of the money incoming for you, and you could maybe get in some more premiums for the rest of the season as well. But then, if you decide to wildcard in Game Week 31, it allows you to keep all of your blank Game Week players just for 1 week, as a lot of them actually have good fixtures this week, you know, with the likes of Spurs playing Newcastle, Leeds against Sheffield United, and even Villa against Fulham. And right now, your team and your fixtures might actually look pretty good for this week. So you can keep them for this week, and then you might actually want to get rid of all your Leeds players, might want to get rid of all your Villa players, and you can get in all of the other players instead. So the debate between wildcard Game Week 30 and wildcard 31 is mainly because a lot of the blank Game Week players that you might already have also have a nice fixture this week. So the right answer between wildcard Game Week 30 and Game Week 31 literally just completely depends on your players. Where if you think your team is proper wibbly wobbly, you know, you've only got 6 or 7 with good fixtures, and you want to be jumping on that Chelsea train straight away, why not whap it out this week? Or if you think your team's pretty good, you could just use a free transfer to get a Chelsea player in anyway, and then wildcard next week instead. But that is it for the Game Week 30 wildcard draft here by your bacon boy right here. A team targeting the quick turnaround of all the fixtures, especially with the double Chelsea in here as well, you know, but then also get you fully prepared for the rest of the season with a good balance between some safer options and then also some spicy differentials chucked in there as well to gain all of the rank and get all of the points where, hey. So thanks for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.